Yes, hello. Is this working? Hang on, let me. I'm quite inexperienced with this technology, I must admit. Uh, let's see. Which button is it? Oh, this one. Is that right? Yes, it worked. Perfect. Hello. Oh, this one's making noise too. We turn that down. There we go. Perfect. Now I can see all the lovely people who are speaking. All the lovely people in chat. Yes, hello. It is I, Professor Fraxinus. Uh, Ashvee is currently asleep down the hallway. But I've been wanting to test out this whole live streaming thing. I'm not sure. Can you hear me? You can hear me. All right, awesome. That is excellent. Hello, Professor. Hello, Bone Storm. Hello, Monstrous Universe. Hello, Dav 1D Downtown. An odd name for sure. Your mother or father choose that for you? Um, 5 viewers. Wow, that's a lot. We have quite a few people who are going to join us for this scientific research. This should be interesting. But yes, it is I, Professor Fraxinus. I will say my partner Pokemon Sprigatito is asleep as well, so I'm not going to be too loud. I don't want to wake her up. It would be rude. Um, I must say I'm quite unfamiliar with this setup he has here. Is this thing on? It doesn't seem like this thing works, and I'm not very skilled musically, so I'll stay off of this piano. I mean, I know what a piano is, obviously. Or perhaps it's just a normal keyboard. It's hard to tell sometimes. But yes, I recently have learned of this strange website called Infinite Fusions, which you can fuse Pokemon, which is an interesting concept and not one you see very often. Of course, there are some actual Pokemon species that legends have been told of fusing. Most notably, uh, the ancient legendary dragon of Unova, a region I am quite familiar with because I am from Unova, was previously one large dragon before it was split into three and can be fused into others. It's quite interesting, quite a fascinating science. And so this website seemed to take that hypothetical idea and apply it to all Pokemon, which should bring a new twist on things and bring some interesting results. So, we're going to be exploring that right now. Let's see, is this working? I'm not very familiar with Ashby's computer. Ah, perfect! It does seem to be working. Oh, do you have MSM in your universe? I'm unfamiliar with what MSM is. I assume that's a thing from this world. The Pokemon universe doesn't have something like that, I assume. I could be wrong, though. I'm not very familiar. But yes, today we are going to be experimenting with this Pokemon fusion. Now, it's quite interesting. I wanted to give it a go before I take a couple suggestions from you lovely folks. You all shall be some witnesses with our experiments. Of course, this is all hypothetical because this is far from any science that we are close to discovering anytime soon. This is completely hypothetical, so no Pokemon are being harmed in this, of course. MSM stands for My Singing Monsters. I'm unfamiliar with that, but it sounds intriguing. But let us try this out. So this is a Pokemon Fusion calculator, and I want to try. I believe this only has certain Pokemon. There are no Ashreemon in this, which is disappointing. But let us try. I have Pikachu here. Let us try this random button. There's no type of experiment better than a random one. Poliwrath and Bibarel. I say, what an odd combination! That that one looks very strange. Um, this. Well, I say these are quite goofy, aren't they? Ah, that is funny. I must try and learn. Let us see. Let us see. What on earth? Sizzle and slacking. I am very confused. And then slacking and sizzle. These are these are certainly odd. Let's try another one. Oh, Ditto and Anorith. And that, oh my goodness. Oh, this poor creature looks like it's in severe pain. Ah, hmm. Let's try one more random one. Whoa, Graveler and Dublade. Now that is mighty intriguing. Ooh, this one is quite cool. The combination of steel rock is admittedly not that strong of one. Pokemon like Aggron are known for being relatively weak, unfortunately. They're very weak to typing such as water and fighting especially. But that is intriguing. It is quite haunting to look at actually, a bit concerning. Let us see. I wish to try some genetically similar species. How about Mewtwo, the legendary species of science, and Mew. That is beautiful, actually. That is very pretty. Look at that. What a marvel of science. I will say, though, I've never been supportive of the genetically modified creature that is Mewtwo. Uh, that poor creature has gone through so much abuse and pain. Poor being. No wonder it's always angry. Let us try. Let us try doing something similar to Ashvee. The Ashvee Octanisk evolves from Dugong after landing a critical hit with an ice move in battle. So let us try Dugong, and how about Buneary, since Buneary is a very similar seeming species to Buneary. They are notably different, but it is still intriguing. Let's see. Oh, what on earth? What on earth is this one? This one more really, what is that? It looks like a bratwurst. I... Mm, this is quite an odd one. I say, what if we evolve it into Lopunny? Ooh, that is quite elegant. Look at that. Those are both very elegant. It reminds me of Primarina, actually. Yes, it is. Ashby does have a Primarina plush. I believe he is quite fond of Primarina. It is a quite majestic creature. These are quite elegant. Oh, I suppose we just have the middle random button too. Hmm. I must say, a lot of these Lopunny fusions seem to be handmade. I wonder why Lopunny is so popular. I suppose rabbits are quite adorable creatures, so I can understand the popularity for Lopunny. I regret hitting the randomize button. What is this? What? Alright. How about we just start taking some suggestions from you lovely people? Do any of you have some suggestions? Let us see. Um, any fusion suggestions? Vaporeon and Gardevoir. Hmm, not sure why you have Vaporeon and Gardevoir suggestion, but we'll give it a shot. Vaporeon, Gardevoir. Let us see. Yep, that is about what I would have expected. Not really anything interesting. Flareon Vaporeon. Ooh, that's a cool one. Some evolutions. Oh, now that is a majestic creature. Look at that. The combination of fire and water is a very one in the Pokemon, a very rare combination in the Pokemon universe, as well as, of course, most universes. They generally don't go well together, but this creates such an interesting fusion. Gastrodon and Gastrodon? Alright, let's try Gastrodon and Gastrodon. Oh, I see. How do I spell Gastrodon? There we go. I'm not the most well versed in every Pokemon name. Gastrodon. Oh, am I spelling it wrong? Is Gastrodon perhaps not in this? I do know that not every Poke. Oh, I random. Oh, that was an accidental randomize. But these are quite cool. I didn't even mean to create these, but that is very cool. But it seems Gastrodon is not in this. I've noticed there's only a very small amount of Pokemon that are in this calculator. It's very odd to see. And what other suggestions do we have? Bidoof and Arceus. Arceus and Bidoof? That is not what I would have expected. Let's see it. Oh my! I say, what on earth am I looking at? I must say, for a combination of Arceus and Bidoof, these have awfully weak stats. But these are just simply hilarious, I must say. This is hilarious. That is funny. That is very funny. Also, this is for Ashvee, but you've beaten this false dragon type. What's the false dragon type? Now, I'm unaware of that. Two plant type starters. Ooh, I'll go with. I see. Do they have Rowlet in here? And Snivy. There's Snivy. Oh, Rowlet isn't in here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Let's go with Bulbasaur. That's a well-known one. Did I misspell that? I misspelled Bulbasaur. Oh, you can tell I'm a little tired. I had to wait till late for it to be late at night. How can I not spell Bulbasaur? I'm a scientist with a degree, goodness. Bulbasaur. Whose? Oh, the second. Oh, they don't have Snivy. Hmm. How about Meganium? That is a personal favorite of mine, because I'm pretty sure that, unfortunately, Sprigatito is not in here, which is disappointing, because my own partner Pokemon. Ooh, these are quite nice. Very floral, very, very floral. Silly little guys. They are quite, I suppose silly, you could describe them that way. Hmm, what else? What else should we fuse together, lovely people? I would be interested in seeing Primarina. Is that in this? It is not. Very well. What about legendary Pokemon like Latios and Latios? That would be an interesting fusion. Oh, well, that's admittedly quite disappointing. I was hoping for more. Gosh, looking at this screen is difficult. I should have worn my contacts, goodness. Entei Corsola. That is an odd choice. Entei. Do you support or disapprove? Oh my goodness! I am not reading that comment. Corsola. Let us see. Whoa! Oh my goodness! Look at that! That is simply gorgeous! My! Oh, that is a beautiful piece of artwork, I must say. Who knew Corsola had such potential? Oh, perhaps not. Not really. Oh, I mean that is pretty elegant. There are a lot of good ones here. I love this thing. This creature has my heart. Look at it. Corsola and Granados, I call you. What shall I name this creature? I mean, I suppose they probably have a name that's just a combination of their names, but I feel like we can do better. How about Polyback, perhaps? Maybe? I don't know. I'm not in a very creative mood. I'm quite tired. Oh, it appears one of Ashvee's cats wants to be let out. Be right back. folks. I must say, these cats are much less interesting than my uh, Sprigatito. Horsasaur. Oh, yeah, that would be a good name for it, wouldn't it? Oh, actually, there's quite a few Pokemon plushes back here. Perhaps we should try using some of them. Hmm, that could be interesting to experiment with. Mobile is quite the peculiar creature. Oh, look at that! Let's just try some of these. Whoa! I say, this reminds me of Farigiraf from the Paldea region. Ashvee, you don't look asleep. Do I look like Ashvee to you? Ashvee is asleep down the hallway. I am Professor Fraxinus. If you haven't met already, I am a Pokemon professor from Unova, who have come here to study Ashveemon, though today we're taking a bit of a detour from Ashveemon because this Pokemon fusion thing is quite interesting to me. Like, look at some of these. Oh my! Not all of these are fantastic. Ooh, that one is quite unnerving. That one is quite cool. Let's see, what are the Pokemon plushie? Ooh, Victory Bell. Victory Bell. They are both carnivorous creatures who are not very safe to be around. They could make an interesting combination. Or that! No thank you, I don't like that one. This one is quite cool, though. It's a bit odd looking, though. See, what other plushies does he have? I've already tested... Oh, Goodra! Is Goodra in this? Ah, unfortunate. Um, oh, Latios? Okay. Some of these are just disappointing. Ashvee British version? No, my name is Professor Fraxinus. I'm not Ashvee. People seem to think that for some reason. I'm unsure why. It's quite odd, quite odd. Someone will have to explain in chat, to me. I'm not sure why people keep mistaking. Anyways, Marwire and Arceus. Ooh, that could be a cool one. I believe Ashvee does have a plush of Arceus, which is odd. I didn't think people here knew about Arceus. Um, yes, no, this is, not quite all there. You have a Lopunny plush. Try Lopunny. Ooh, that is just a, that reminds me of Mega Mawile, actually. That's quite intriguing. With the twin jaws, it is quite intriguing. And then this one looks more like what I would expect with a Mawile and a Lopunny combined. Well, you, what did you do? Oh, don't worry. Ashlee's just asleep down the hallway. The only reason I'm using his computer is because well, to be honest, it's because he stole my coat the other day and made a meme of what was it, Flannel Joe? I don't really understand it, but this is my getting back at him. I'm very evil. Um, these are quite cool though. What is this one? This is the greatest one so far. Lopunny and Executing Ghastly. Ooh, that could be an interesting one. Ooh, Executing Ghastly. This could be intriguing indeed. Oh, did I misspell it? I did misspell it. Ah, oh, no! No! What happened? The poor Execute! Oh no! That one is just an egg ghost, and I must say I quite like it, but no! I bear a striking resemblance to Ashvee. It is weird how many people seem to look like Ashvee that happen to live here. It is odd. There's me, there's Viewer. There is a King Grogmule. It's quite hard, quite hard. There's Terry. I assume I haven't seen Terry with skin, so he may not look like Ashvee, but I would assume he does. What an L for the right one? What does that mean? Can you do Cubone and Marowak? Oh, I don't like where this is going. I don't wish to be sad, but very well for science. Did I misspell it? Goodness me. I cannot seem to spell Pokemon names. Is this going to be sad? Yes, it is. Poor Cubones. I hope this isn't a Alolan one, because my goodness, my heart. Oh, I can't take this. Haunter and Unknown, alright. Haunter? Unknown. Unknown are a bizarre species indeed. Oh my, that is quite an interesting one. Oh, looking at the screen though without my contacts in, I should have worn my contacts today. Doesn't actually have a spare pair of glasses around here. Because I think we have the same contact roughly. Same prescription. Let me let's see, he has a spare pair of glasses here. Do we have the same prescription? We absolutely do not. Okay, good to know. We do not have the same prescription. Farfetch'd and Haunter, you're very funny, Mr. MSIM content. I know what it spells. But alas, let's try it anyways. This one is quite humorous, I must say. That is a quite humorous face. Pikachu with Pikachu? Kangaskhan and Marowak. Oh, come on, this one is going to be sad. Why? It's always the Marowak ones that are sad. Oh! Oh! I was mistaken, these are not sad. But these are quite good. I like these. I was expecting to be depressed. Professor, important question. Skibidi toilet or creeper? I don't know what that means. Snorlax and Machamp. Now that would be an interesting one. A very, let's just say wide Pokemon versus a very fit Pokemon. Should maybe equal out? Nope, it's just a very buff Snorlax or a very pudgy Machamp. I suppose I should have expected as much. Cubone and Charmander? This is going to be depressing again. It's always Cubone. It's just depressing. Those poor creatures. Oh, I always expect the worst with these. Bidoof and Bidoof. What is it with Bidoof? You all seem to really enjoy, Sinnoh normal types. What the? I'm sorry? How? Why combining two Bidoofs does it just become a legendary Pokemon? You all do seem to be obsessed with specifically, what's the word? Sinnoh normal types. It's odd, like, what's another Sinnoh normal? Lopunny! You all were obsessing over Lopunny, and I'm unsure why. Let's try fusing these two. Oh, these are quite adorable. I guess we should try, Lopunny and Lopunny if we tried Bidoof and Bidoof. Oh! Huh. Yes, I suppose that does add up. I probably should have seen that coming. Lopunny plus Lopunny is Mega Lopunny. I guess that adds up, huh? Hmm. I shouldn't have expected any less, I suppose. Okay. I'm curious, these are not accurate to Lopunny's stats, though, or Mega Lopunny's stats. Rotom and Mimikyu? Rotom and Mimikyu, okay. Oh, oh, it worked anyways. Oh, these are very creative. I like that is a reference to that one movie. What's it called? They named a Pokemon move after that movie. Or no, vice versa. They named the movie after the Pokemon move, obviously. The Pokemon move came first. Poltergeist. Oh wait, no, was it The Ring? I believe it was The Ring, actually. I'm unfamiliar with horror movies. Ditto and Ditto? Bidoof and Arceus, we've already done Bidoof and Arceus. Ditto and Ditto. Oh, he's quite the blob, isn't he? I say, isn't that a reference to Dragon Quest? I believe it is. How fun! Hmm. Sprite type. Default to... Oh, I see, I see. So shiny. What does a shiny look like? Huh. Odd. Let's try sticking to one for a while. Just randomize. See what we get. Ditto and Rhyhorn. Ditto and Alakazam. Okay, Ditto's a pretty boring base. It just makes everything purple and liquid. Slimy. Bidoof. Let's stick with the Sinnoh normal types. And go random ones with Bidoof. Ooh, okay, okay. Most of these are pretty simple. And then we get that. Wait, I must know. I'm quite curious. Would this make Dunsparce? It does make the Dunsparce! That's fun! I must say, the Dunsparce is quite a Pokemon of mine that I quite appreciate. Ice Cube and Ice Cube? I don't believe Ice Cube is in this one. They do have Delibird. Let's try Delibird. Random Delibird. Oh, that's a fun one. It's a Christmas tree. Lopunny and Machamp? Yes, you all seem to be interested in Lopunny and Bidoof. Let's try a couple Lopunny fusions. Machamp. Hmm. It's a pretty muscular looking, that just looks like a Machamp cosplaying as a Lopunny. And that just looks like a buff grey Lopunny. Interesting. And that, and that is a, and that is a Minecraft Lopunny, I believe. That is what the game is called, right? Or is it Craft Mine? Minecraft or Craft Mine? It was the game that was inspired by the Knackley line, correct? Knackley, Knacklestack, and Garganical. I believe there was a game based off of them or something like that. Oh, Delibird. Let's try Delibird and Delibird. Oh, wait, Lopunny and Delibird as well, I suppose. Why not? Oh, I misspelled it. It's Santa Claus. Hmm. Oh, let's go back to the Lopunny and uh, do we do Lopunny and Bidoof? I don't remember. Bidoof and Porygon. That's about what I expected. Let's do random. See what happens. Ooh. Huh. Huh. Some of these creatures were not meant to be fused. Oh my, and then somewhere! Goodness, look at that! That is quite majestic. I'm a big fan of the majestic ones. Chandelure and Granbull are both horrifying. Oh, Mudkip and Meganium, that's pleasant. Rotom and Porygon? Oh, that could be an interesting one. This one is like a Rotom possessing a Porygon. I can't tell what this one is. Is it like a wallet with a heart next to it? I say it's hard to tell. Alright, you know what? As the professor that specializes in the Ashvee, let's see if we can try and recreate some using some similar Pokemon. Like Secretalon. Let's try recreating Secretalon. Let's see. It would probably be like a bird. I'd say maybe Staraptor and Dodrio, perhaps, could work. Worth a shot. Would that create a Secretalon? Staraptor's not in the fan game. Oh, Pidgeot, maybe. Let's see. Not quite. Oh, perhaps, you know what, Farfetch'd. I believe they're actually related in real life, so Farfetch'd and, Dodrio could, um, that one is sort of Secretalon-like. Hmm, uh, perhaps Dodrio? I say this keyboard is quite small, hard to work with. Um, none of these are really creating Secretalon, I must say. Okay, what about, oh, well, how about, Oc- Octovisk? No, that's not his name. Goodness, Octanisk, not Octovisk. I mixed up Octovish and Octanisk. Let's try Dugong, obviously, since it evolves from Dugong, and perhaps Walrein. Walrein isn't here. Did I just misspell it? I say, there's a disappointingly small amount of Pokemon in this, I must say. Um, perhaps Beartic? It's not in this either. Kyogre? Kyogre is. Perhaps that could work. Um, that is kind of Octanisk, right? Pass as Octanisk? Maybe Lapras would work? No, the other one was closer. Oh, Weirlord, perhaps. This is, this was worth it. This was worth discovering, I think. I believe this was worth discovering. I don't think Octanisk is going to get better from here. This is perhaps peak, uh, of these fusions so far. The best so far, by far. Um, well then. Wailord and Wailord. Actually, that would be a good experiment. It's majestic. Let's just try. How about we try and create a Cryptress? Let's try Venomoth. It's a moth. Um, and Gengar. That might work. That did not work. How about Dusknoir? Ooh, that's kind of a Cryptress. Not really, not really. I think Ghastly could work actually. Not really. Um, man, how do we create an Cryptress? What would we need? Duskull? No, although those are quite cool. Oh, I'm worried. I'm worried I'm gonna accidentally unplug something. Hmm. Let's go. Miss Magius, perhaps. Did I misspell it? That is a more difficult one to spell. Give me credit where credit is due. feel like the Gengar was the closest we're going to get. We'll just call that an Ecryptorist and call it a day. Oh, let's try to do, Octithisquid. We can probably do that. How about, like, Tentacool? And there's not many squid Pokemon, is there? Um, Octillery? Perhaps? Hmm, what about, like, is Cryogonal in this? Cryogonal's not. Um, what's another memorable Ice-type Pokemon? Another, like, very icy Ice-type. Um, Lapras, I guess? Not really. Frankly, I'm not fully sure why it's an Ice-type in the first place. Yes, these are not icy whatsoever. Weavile? Perhaps? Not really. Hmm, a Wooper fusion? Alright, fine, Wooper. I don't quite understand the appeal of Wooper, I must say. It's a cute, but I don't quite see the cult love for it. Let's just do random. That did not go Wooper. Okay. Yes. Uh-huh. Alright. Uh-huh. Okay. What? What? Oh, oh, oh. Who removed Sceptire's arms? Oh, goodness. Ah, Murkrow. Electabuzz. Pyukumuku is in this? I say, it's quite inconsistent with what I actually have. Luxio, Shinx, Zorua. That Zorua looks like it's, been hanging out with a cascading Skuntank, if you know what I mean. Glaceon, Honchkrow, Dodrio, Cyndaquil. Ho-Oh! Oh my, this one's quite majestic. Latias. That's true, there's a Latias. Let's fuse with the plushes back here. Marwile. Oh, that one is simply adorable. It's just a little Marwile. Oh, how precious. Okay, what is precious here? Victory Bell. That should be an interesting one. And there's two E's. Ooh, not all of these are wins. Latias I just did. Primarina isn't in there. Oh, Lopunny, of course. Whoopon Lopunny. This is beautiful. I don't even know what I'm looking at, but this is beautiful. Look at it. Let's try and create Day next. Let's do Day is there any poisonous sea slugs? There's Gastrodon, but I don't believe that's in this. Let's try, like, Grimer. That's kind of close to it. That's that's closer to Day than I would expect we would get, honestly. It doesn't look quite right. What's another colorful poison type? Uh, perhaps a Vileplume? No, not necessarily. What is going on with this one? Where's its face? Are those its arms? Or its legs covering its eyes? What is happening? That is not Dayponing. Yukamuka, oh, good point, actually. That's a Daypony right there. It doesn't have the face correct, but that is basically a Daypony. The colors are a bit off, but, like, it very much resembles a Daypony. Just, replace its face with a more normal, closer to a Lapony looking. Eevee and Eevee. I believe I've seen that one. Now, let me just copy that in case we need to use that. Eevee. Eevee. I'm not quite sure why it looks. Oh, it's a combination of all of its evolutions. How creative! I guess what's eating Lopunny then? This is perfect. This is perfect right here. This creature right here is perfect. It's precious. I will protect it. I must say, I'm quite fond of rabbits. That is something me and Ashvee have in common. It's part of the reason I decided to use a day pony on my team. I'm fond of rabbits. Uh, if there were other rabbit Ashvee I would definitely use them. I just aren't any yet. As far as we've discovered. Who knows, though? Who knows what we'll find? What other rabbit? What isn't there? What are some other rabbit Pokemon? Um, is Bunnelby in this? It doesn't appear to be. Azumarill. That was a rabbit. Spelled? Oh, it's two L's. Oh, these are just adorable! Look at its face. That is quite cute. And that one is this is Chubby Rabbit. Quite cute. I will say, whoever drew this sprite had a bit too much fun. You all better be staying away from Larponies, you hear? Leave them alone. What? Leave them alone. But this is adorable. That is an abomination to all of humanity. Ooh, there are quite a lot of elegant Lopunny ones, which was surprising to me. Lopunny and Snorlax? Interesting. Perhaps a chubby rabbit could be adorable. Oops, no, I just typed in Lopunny again. Snorlax. That is just a Snorlax with rabbit ears. And again, really? Really, artists? What on earth is this? What is this? Why is it so weirdly shapen? I'm confused. Is this some sort of reference to something? It looks like Bugs Bunny, the thing. I don't know, you'll have to explain the reference to me. I don't get it. Let's go with another one. You see, we got this one earlier, didn't we? We're now doubling back on ourselves. Perhaps that's a good sign that we should bring this experiment to an end. That is a tiny Lopunny worm. Oh, before we go, actually, let's just try fusing. Did we try Lopunny and Marwile? We should do that one. Did we try to Latias? Oh, I say! Look at that! That's quite elegant! It looks like a superhero! Like it would swoop in and save somebody who's falling off of a building! That's so fun! I wonder if it's the same with Latios. Oh, it's sort of an alternate pose of sorts. I will say, Latios has a much more friendly and inviting face than Latios does. Latios is a lot more aggressive looking. Oh, I guess we should try Victory Bell too. Uh, who drew that? I think that's a sign that we need to bring this experiment to an end. That. If there's one thing I've learned from this, it's that there are some really talented artists out there. And the concept of Pokemon fusion brings a lot of interesting things to the table. However, these creatures need to be protected. My goodness. My goodness, you all. My goodness. Um, you know, I think I'm going to call it here for today. Good night, everyone. I'm sure Ashvee will yell at me in the morning.